Clancy put us on the wrong camera. Welcome, everybody, to Modras Bloodsport Association. I am Raise McGirth, joined as always by my co-host,
Flex Gristle. Pleasure to be here once again for our final season finale with the to round off our festive season in the Modras Bloodsport Arena, where we've really turned that snow red, haven't we, Razor?
Yes, we have had to replenish the snow in between every fight, considering the untold gallons and gallons of bloodshed. But fear not, I'm sure Clancy's got a sleek, new, clean set of snow for us tonight. And speaking of tonight's event, let's kick it over to our competitors tonight. We shall see what's in store for them. I'll let you all in on a little secret. I may or may not know what's in store tonight. So first, we go back to the first of our three returning competitors, Cloud Watcher. Cloud Watcher, what have you been up to since the last time you were in the arena?
Well, last time I was here, I got these tokens and had these awesome nachos. And then I saw somebody else with nachos and had their nachos. And then somebody else with their nachos and had their nachos. And then eventually I ended up in a bar somewhere. And then it's really fuzzy after that. But I got hungry again, so I came back for more nachos. Are there more nachos?
Excellent.
There are more nachos indeed.
Yes!
And I almost guarantee there are easier ways to gather nachos than stepping foot in this arena. But I like the thought process. I like the tenacity. If I'm remembering correctly, last time Cloud Watcher, there was some water involved in your event. Is that correct?
Yeah, there was a bunch of water everywhere. And then we had to go and get this, like, chest thing from below the water. And then this pirate thing turned into an octopus thing, and then I made it look at clouds and we ran away.
That's almost shot-for-shot remake of what actually happened, Cloud Watcher.
I'm pretty sure that's entirely accurate.
I do remember a lot of very, very effective hypnotic patterns and some very fine poetry. And
oh, you like my poetry? Would you like to hear one now? I wrote one, another one.
Please.
Oh, please.
I heard of this new type of poetry called a haiku. It's like five. Anyways, it's Modras Bloodsport fight is really, really, really fun. I like it lots. Yeah.
Hooray!
Thanks.
And it's that kind of attitude that gets you invited back for a Christmas special, a Wintermas special.
Syllables right there. Here.
I've been staring too long into those trans-dimensional portals from which we derive so much of our inspiration. Wintermas it is.
And then, of course, nobody could forget, especially not Flex Gristle.
Absolutely not.
The one and only disgrace to Clancy. Cameras. Wrong cameras. Flex, if you could go ahead and start to introduce your...
Absolutely. Disgraced Gristle is my ward and stable mate. I've been training this boy hard. He was left to pursue the fate of a wizard, a.k.a. a coward, and denied his true calling as a fighter. And I've made it my personal responsibility to see that he enjoys a thoroughly good Wintermas. How would you like to remind us of some of your glory time in the arena there, son?
Well, thank you, Dad. So, I've been here, got here. Things were quite disgraceful. And
what a wit!
And, I wasn't much of a fighter. I wasn't much of anything. But then, after a few elocution classes and extra spears, Flex Gristle whipped me into shape. My second bout, I was all over the field. Here, there, to and fro, killing the pain deer.
Those pain deer certainly saw a bitter end at your hands and spears. But yes, tonight, I've handpicked you, as no nepotism is required in the Modras Bloodsport Association, Mr. Clancy. We will be having, obviously, of course, you have earned it several times over with your tenacity. And tonight will be a special treat for all of our returning competitors. which I think leads us to our final and third returning competitor from way back in the series premiere. It is, of course, Eric the Magnificent.
It's just so good to be here. Thank you for welcoming me back. I'm shooting like little fireworks and things into the sky, around me. It's been a long time, but I've been watching and I've been training and I've been ready for this. I'm glad I didn't come last time with you. There was like some psychopath or something, but this time I'm back. Oh, I'm still doing parties, Wintermas, Christmas, Hanukkah. It's actually been a pretty busy week for me, but I'm ready to bring it on. And I don't know what these two have, but I'm the real competitor here.
Yes, of course. Eric the Magnificent does birthday parties, all of the above. Eric the Magnificent, of course, the only of our three competitors who had to, who did pay for a spot in tonight's event in exchange for some promotional spotlighting, which we will be going over throughout the event. Eric, it's been some time since you've been in here. Have you picked up any new tricks? I do believe you were like level 2 or 3 last time, and it's been a bit of a jump.
So, it's been a long time. I've slayed a lot of things. I've trained a lot. I've learned how to burn things a lot more efficiently. Let's just say that I've made a lot of friends in high places, and I'm going to exploit their knowledge to terminate some creatures for the fans here tonight.
Well, I don't know if all that's gonna be necessary, Eric, because Flex, would you like to do the reveal, or should I do the honors?
By all means, you take the helm there, Razor.
Well, competitors, go ahead and step into the arena. And after Clancy physically puts you all into the arena, so you can see what's going on, you will be greeted with the sight of the one, the only, Santy Claus. That's right, we don't... We don't have a fight for you all tonight. We've got a special treat where you all will get to sit on Santa Claus's lap and let him know what you would like for Wintermas this year. So...
Welcome, children!
Yes, that is Santa Claus speaking, not Flex doing a Santa Claus impression. And there's also a little Santa Claus helper there on the field, too. Come on, who's gonna step up first and sit on Santa Claus's lap?
I'll run forward. Santa Claus, I was hoping that there were nachos. Do you have nachos?
Is that what you want for Wintermas, little child?
Well, that's what I want at the moment anyways, yeah.
Oh, come sit on Santa's lap.
Okay. And I just leap up full Goliath in the air and land on his lap.
Looks like Santy Claus is giving the Cloud Watcher a hearty pat on the back.
Which,
I believe Santy doesn't look like Santy knows his own strength.
Yeah, and
a
Flex,
little bit enthusiastic there.
I gotta tell you, Flex, I did not think that Santa Claus was actually 15 feet tall.
He's in fact a giant, yes.
I always pictured much smaller, but does an 18 hit Cloud Watcher?
Yeah, just barely, just a bit.
That would be 10 points of bludgeoning damage against Santa Claus.
Yes. Why are the nachos painful here?
Let's reach inside my sack and see if we have any nachos.
I'll see if you got any, Santa. And the elf will go over and start to dig around in the bag for a few moments. It's gonna take me a minute, Santy, if you want to see if anybody else is ready for their present.
Yes. I will see about your nachos, young Cloud Watcher. Next, who's next? Come up onto Santy.
I don't know what your game is here, Santa, but I will accept a present.
No games. Only good cheer. And that particularly loud burst of merriment there seems to have shaken the very foundations of the arena there, Razor.
It does indeed. I think that it is going to be hard for those competitors to withstand that kind of force coming from that set of lungs on Santy Claus. I think they're going to need to make a DC 15 Constitution saving throw.
Nope.
Everyone or just them because they're right there?
Just the two within 30 feet.
Ice is going splendidly.
And if they beat that 15, I'm sure they only take half of that 15 points of thunder damage.
Thunder damage.
Look at your boy withstanding that shout.
That's
Oh,
exactly
my.
the kind of contingency I've trained him for.
Oh, can you be a bit quieter? Ow.
I'm sorry, young man. I'm just so jolly.
Santa Claus, I couldn't find any nachos in here.
Oh.
Oh, that's very sad. I'm sorry. Do you have any gumdrops or something for the little boy?
Oh, yeah, sure, of course. And the little elf will reach into his pocket and pull out some hair-covered candy sweet treats and offer them up to Cloudwatcher. You like these?
Sure. And I will take them and kind of like wipe them off on the leather armor and the hair off and club.
Those are
A
my...
gift given sincerely.
Yep. Those
Thank
are...
you.
Yep. Fantastic. You might need to make a check in a little bit, but we'll get to that.
Yeah.
What about you back there? Magic guy?
Yes, I suppose I will approach, but please don't yell too loudly. My ears are very sensitive as it is, and I don't want you to
Dante will
accidentally
keep
hurt
his
me.
voice down.
Okay, you're still yelling a little bit, but all right. I'm gonna go
I'm
ahead and
overflowing with jolly.
I'm gonna cast Armor of Agathis to give myself +5 temporary HP, and because of my abjuration background, that also makes this like shield of ice like around me. I mean, it's not really ice, but it gives me an additional 22 temporary HP.
Flex, that looks like some good planning on Eric's part, because that Santa Claus, I don't know where Clancy found him, but I don't think he's doing it right.
So now I'm gonna start walking forward. It's okay. Don't mind all this stuff. This is just for the holiday spirit. So I fit in around here with all the snow. And I walk up covered in like this ice armor. So what kind of gifts do you have for me? I've been a good boy for like the last 6 months or however long.
And he usually has most things except apparently nachos.
Oh, how about? Oh, I know. How about a cute little hat for my friend Dumbledore? He couldn't be here today, but he's like a floating guy with a little eye and these smiley teeth.
Let's have a look. It looks like Santa Claus has over-enthusiastically reached out and dragged Eric with him into the sack of presents.
Oz, what are you doing?
Unless, of course, Eric is able to make a DC 15 Dexterity saving throw to dodge Santa's big, massive paw.
All right.
Looks like his ass got sacked.
I don't think this is going as we expected, Flex. I thought this was going to be a fun treat, and now I don't think Eric can breathe.
Can you give my friend back? Oh, well,
I've
not friend. He's kind of annoying.
I've had
Still, we
quite
can bring
about
back.
enough for you, Santa.
Santa Claus is a happy, jolly fellow.
Well, you don't have nachos, and we're supposed to, like, for nachos.
But
Yeah,
you
but
will
how's
get
that treat? How's that treat tasting right there? Cloudwatcher, could you make a con saving throw, please?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I can roll a con saving throw. Whether I can make it, I can't.
Your stomach's starting to turn, and you're not feeling super great, and you are poisoned. At the end of each of your
course.
turns, if that is, I mean, that's only like if we get an initiative or anything, which it's Christmas special. I don't think we need initiative. But if we do, at the end of each of your turns, you can make that con save again to try to make that nasty candy go away.
I'll spit the candy out. What? Yeah. I think some of the hairs were still on that. It wasn't very good. Not as good as nachos, anyways.
That's reindeer hair. That's good for you. It'll make your bones strong.
What?
You're not being naughty and dissing the candy, are you?
Santa, they don't sound very grateful.
Anyways, friend?
Yes.
Person?
It's
he
Mr.
getting
Santa Claus to you, buddy.
I'll point into the sack where the other.
Oh, I thought you were calling
wizard
Santa
guy.
friend.
Yeah, I'm just like
No.
struggling inside of it.
Oh, there's a very lively present in the sack there.
Can you pull them out, please?
Oh, why don't we see just how charming our resident bard is?
Oh boy.
Flex, I gotta say, it's probably gonna be pretty charming.
Persuasion?
Please. You could try threatening Santy Claus.
Eventually, I will roll over 10. Eventually.
That was, of course, a 4 plus an 8. Is that charming enough for you, Mr. Santa Claus?
I think there's just some lively toy soldiers or something in the sack.
Oh, well, you've been well, actually not really that nice because you keep promising things and then keep hitting me. But could I just get my friend back, or it's kind of?
Who wants to play a game of tag?
Oh, I do, as I will attack Santa in the bag.
Let's see some initiative roll for this unconventional assault upon
There we go.
Wilderness.
Hey, 9. It's
I
slowly
guess I'll
getting
go ahead
higher.
and roll. So that Santa's would be a 7 plus a 3, so a 10.
Solid 10 for Santa. A 14 for Cloud Watcher.
That's gonna be an also 14 for the elf.
Little Elfie Helper. 19 for Eric.
My initiative is +5. If that's a difference.
21 for my boy, the inappropriately named Disgraced.
So I believe that will be Disgraced, Eric, Cloud Watcher, the elf, then Santa Claus bringing up the rear.
Absolutely, that does seem to be our running order for this evening.
Am I still in the bag?
Yes, you are.
I didn't know if maybe he convinced him to let me go.
No, it wasn't charmful enough
Even
for
close.
the Santa Claus. Santa, that guy's got a spear, Santa. He's got 4 spears.
I'm sure he just wants to share them.
Oh, I do. This is going to be fantastic.
Well,
I'm
it
sure
looks
it
like
will
your
be.
boy is attempting to spear Santa Claus. Flex.
So I will step forward, and then I'll take a bonus action to activate Searing Smite, which will Yo, Santa, when I play tag, I really want you to know you've been tagged.
Well, my goodness. Let's see some attack rolls.
You're going on the naughty list, mister.
I'm sure that an 11 won't hit Santa. That's fine. I have an extra attack.
Looks like that first one merely prodded him in the belly. That second one, oh my goodness me, that looks like a lot more effective.
And I'm sure this is gonna do a lot of damage, Flex, with that searing smite or whatever that was called. That fiery blade is definitely going to pierce through Santa's soft underbelly. But for how much damage?
See, well, that's the critical issue there, is how much damage is Santa Claus going to receive. Pierced as he has been by a flaming sphere. Santa Claus famously, of course, not resistant to spears. 18 points of damage. Wow, Santa Claus is clearly reeling under that blow. But he seems to be laughing it off.
At the start of each of Santa's turns here, you can make a Constitution saving throw to not be on fire.
That tickles, children. I guess that means I'm it.
Santa, should I hit him?
Oh, everyone should play.
Jeez, this is a terrifying Santa Claus
Jesus.
personality. I believe we are up to Eric now, who we can no longer see in that bag.
All right, so from my experience in this bag, am I just in a bag? Am I in like an extra dimensional space, like a bag of holding? What am I?
This does
in?
actually look to be just a regular old bag, which actually makes you think, shouldn't Santa have some kind of giant Christmas bag of holding?
Can I just like pull myself out of the bag? Or is that going to take like an action? Or like what is it like? Am I just like in a bag and I can easily climb out? Or is it like I'm in this giant
You're in
thing?
a big sack full of. I'm sorry, I seem to have changed my voice. Something happened to my voice there. You would experience, if you were within the sack, you would experience a heavy cloth sack containing many angular, sharp-edged boxes, cascading about and causing extreme discomfort.
Okay.
But it should be possible to fight your way out with a determined effort.
That sounds like maybe some kind of saving throw.
Perhaps a strength saving throw, or perhaps an athletics check. See whether or not you can brute force your way out. Unless you have some creative spells.
That
you
is
might wish
true.
to
It is
apply.
just a cloth sack, though very large.
Okay, well, with the guy like clearly super loud and directly in front of me, can I like? Do I know which direction Santa Claus is
Yes.
from within this bag?
If you're trying to attack through the sack,
Yes.
I think we should allow that with disadvantage.
All right. Well, I'm going to turn, point my hand at Santa Claus, and go. Well, he's not going to stop. You're not going to stop burning this turn. And I'm going to shoot a Agonizer Scorcher.
That sounds like a big one.
particularly unpleasant.
Agonizing
So it's going to
Scorcher.
be 30 feet long, 5 feet wide. I'm going to shoot it straight at Santa and that little elf too. It's a tower of fire.
And it
Just
sounds
like
like,
a 30-foot long pillar of fire.
dude, they
Doesn't
make
sound like a lot of Christmas cheer. Wintermas
save?
cheer.
So he makes a dexterity saving throw.
This is Santa Claus trotted out of the way, somehow more dexterous than the small elf. Oh, with a 7. Oh, they both rolled
Oh,
17 and 17.
Ow.
What does
All
that
right, they
do
only
for them?
take half damage then.
It still sounds like it's going to be a lot, Flex.
How much damage does that do? That is the question.
Not enough.
Who could possibly say how much damage could you
They
possibly
only
do to
take
Santa
5
Claus?
fire damage.
5
But
fire damage.
Does it burn through the bag and I'm out?
Yes, I think that would destroy
Absolutely. That would
that bag.
completely immolate that bag. No more presents for any of the children present tonight in the arena. Thanks to the actions of that wizard.
Then I'm going to use one of my 4 sorcery points to have made that Agonizer Scorcher into a bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
And then for my action... Oh, wait. I won't be able to cast a spell, will I? Either way, because you can't do 2 spells in one turn, right?
cantrip, maybe? I always forget that rule. Can you do...
You can, if you cast 2 spells in one turn, one of those spells must be a cantrip.
Sure, yes, indeed.
Okay. Well, then, yeah, then I'll just do that to shoot him in the face with a firebolt. You're not very nice, mister. And then shoot him with a firebolt.
Santa Claus,
No.
I don't like these guys.
It's just a spicy Christmas treat. Oh. What
All right.
rambunctious children!
It's nice and toasty here now.
Santa, these are like grown-ass adults.
Oh, I didn't do it right.
Oh no, I'm always someone's child.
22.
22 is going to hit.
22 will hit.
Right, and knock off Santa Claus's festive Christmas hat.
9 fire damage.
Oh, my hat ball is on fire.
So that's what you get for trying to lock me in your bag or whatever. And there was like sharp boxes in there.
You broke all the boxes, mister.
Burned the children's presents.
Well, yeah, I didn't break them. I burned them. But that's because you locked me in the bag. You're the bad man.
I think perhaps you're being naughty.
I think you're naughty.
Don't backtalk Santa Claus.
You will burn for your transgressions.
A spicy wintermas like mulled wine. Up next. Who do we have up next, Razor?
Cloud Watcher, I believe.
Cloud Watcher, that's right. Yes, I lost my place, beguiled as I was by Santa Claus's mellifluous tones.
You know, I think you two are not actually that nice, and I think we'll fight like I was planning on doing. Just wait right there, and I'm gonna cast Hold Person at 3rd level on both of them.
What does that do?
Choose a humanoid that you can see within range. The target must succeed on a Wisdom saving throw or be paralyzed for the duration. It's a Wisdom 16.
Wisdom 16.
Just how wise.
Let
is
me go
Santa
ahead and
Claus.
do the elf first because Santa Claus has a little something. I already forgot wisdom, that is.
Oh, yes.
Well, Santa Claus is mighty wise. This elf, however, not so much. You see the elf lock into place. However, Santa Claus actually has advantage against magical effects, which might come in handy. What was the DC we were looking for there again?
That would be 16.
16. Let us see here. I don't know that we've got anything else. Okay, they are both held.
Ice is frozen, and now so are you. You in. Yeah. And I just kind of like shuffle backwards.
Flex, I think I may need to make one short correction, maybe.
Is Santa not a humanoid?
That's what I'm looking up right now. What the definition of a humanoid is. The
Giant does not fall under that if he is.
is
I don't think he does, to be honest with you there,
Okay,
Razor.
I
I don't
do
think he falls into
believe-
that category in the first place.
Yes, the elf definitely is, but Santa
Santa
Claus,
Claus
for more
seems
reason
to be
than one,
unaffected.
is actually ineffective. Yes.
I'm still
Santa
going to back
Claus
away
up!
anyways with my little bad couplet.
Where are you going? This time to spread winter cheer.
So
It would be the elf's turn.
yes, at the end of each of its turns, so it can't do anything except for try to break loose. Our names are swapped again. Clancy.
Clancy, how does
Clancy
this keep
fixed
happening,
it on the
Clancy?
interview video, but not on this one. I will get to that in just a moment. Again, this elf is.
Wait, sort of worked.
Yes, he is definitely squirming about, unable to break free.
Well, I guess that just leaves us with Santy Claus himself, and what does it look like he's gonna do there, Razor?
Does look like...
Still playing tag, by the looks of it.
Yeah, it looks like Santa Claus is just having a very fun and merry Christmas.
Spicy mulled wine Christmas Wintermas.
Wintermas, that is correct. It looks like maybe trying to get... Oh, wait. The question is, are there tag backs in this game of tag? Because if not, Santa Claus...
I don't believe those rules were expounded on, but Santa Claus looks like he's old school, Razor.
That is correct. So we will have Santa Claus target Eric because, of course, there are no tag backs and he is unable to tag Disgraced. But with a 7, or a 10, pardon me, Santa Claus is having some trouble reaching down low enough to pat Eric softly and gently on the head to tag him.
I'm waiting down here, big guy.
All right, so since he attacked someone who was not me as a sentinel, I will react and stab Santa Claus.
Santa Claus kicked their butts.
Shut up, little elf man. You're even small by my standards.
This is just rough and tumble games. No!
19
Is the
hit
elf like an
Santa.
elf or like a short elf?
Oh
Or is he
yeah,
like a
yeah.
tall,
It's
like
not
7-foot elf?
Yeah, it's not a like a D&D elf. It's like a
Keebler
Christmas elf. Yeah, like a
It's a
Keebler
gnome.
Does a 19 hit Santa's wonderful scarlet coat?
It certainly does.
I do believe Santa was also supposed to burn some last game or last round.
think
Yes,
so,
you can make
yeah.
a Constitution saving throw.
He did get lit on fire twice.
DC 15.
Sandy is on fire.
That was a 15. 11 plus 4 for good old
All
Saint
right.
Nick.
Santy has put himself out.
Congrats to Santa.
Santa Claus, quit talking in third person. It's really weird.
That is a resounding 8 damage to Santa Claus, who is still standing, still laughing it off in his holly jolly fashion, although slightly singed.
Hey Flex, I know you usually are better at keeping up with the damage calculators that Clancy runs. How much damage, if you had to put a number on Santa Claus taking, what are we looking at now?
Santa Claus is looking like he's probably about half as good as he was initially.
Okay, asked and answered. I believe we are now up to Disgrace.
It's back up to my boy Disgraced.
All right.
Pride of the Gristle stable.
All right. Well, on this round, I'll use my bonus action to summon Astral Radiance and use Branding Smite this time. I don't want Santa getting away.
If only Santa Claus had those pain deer from the last game.
They tried to unionize.
That is a whopper of a hit.
That's 29. My goodness gracious me. What are we looking
All
at
right.
for the effects of that truly impressive hit?
Well, since I've hit him with an attack, I'm going to use a menacing attack to attempt to also frighten the target. So let's see what the damage is there.
That is a whopping 19
Another whopping
points.
19 points of damage there. My, Delilah.
Santa Claus, I'm scared.
Oh, ho, 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 oh.
All right, so he can make a wisdom saving throw, DC 15. If he fails, he is frightened of me. If he is able to be frightened, of course.
It looks like Santa is just overflowing with holly jolliness and is not subject to the frightened condition.
Fantastic. Well, if Santa had a way to become invisible, like winking his nose or some nonsense like that, he cannot, due to the branding smite.
Fantastic.
Excellent. Well, Santa considers himself branded. My goodness, he's sizzling.
And that was my first attack.
You
How long will
definitely
this
taught your boy
goodwill-
well.
I certainly did. Let's see how long Sandy's goodwill lasts under this withering assault.
13, I believe.
That, unfortunately, is defeated by the belly full of jelly.
All right, then. As my spear rebounds off the jelly, I take only a small step back and say, "You're going to give me that coat, Santa."
It's too big for you, mister.
Santa's girth.
I believe next up is Eric, the Magnificent.
Certainly is.
All right, Eric is going to use a second level spell slot to cast Misty Step as a bonus action. And I will teleport about 30 feet without provoking an opportunity attack. Then I will use my movement to move even further back. Then I'm going to use my action to cast a level 5 spell, my only level 5 spell, to conjure elemental.
It looks like Eric is
What is
bringing out the
going
big
on down
guns.
there? My goodness me.
I've moved up from balloon animals, and I'm going to summon a elemental servant. And let's see, I suppose I'll go with I guess I'll just go with a fire elemental.
Alrighty. Looks like reinforcements have been called for and received.
There is certainly a lot of fire going on in that arena center.
So I now control this level 5 fire elemental.
Clancy, can you get on that, please?
Looks like the party's intent on seeing Santa's nuts roasting on an open fire. Well, on that note, we pass on from that sweet, sweet song to our sweet, sweet singer, Cloud Watcher.
We play. Oh, is this a game? Okay, I want to play too, and I will run up to the elf, and I will tag and poke him with my sword. I believe is an
they will
advantage.
Yeah, advantage.
Let's see how. That is a whoop. It's a 26 to hit,
Would you believe
And
it?
26 will hit.
and believe that's an auto crit because of he is paralyzed. So,
Oh, goodness
10
me.
plus that thing. That's what I want right there. 10 plus 2, so 12 points.
12 points of damage.
It's the elf's hat is
You're right.
stabbed through. You see the elf start to, it looks like Flex, his legs are starting to grow. His arms elongating. His jacket changing. Is that?
My goodness,
My goodness, it's the
Friendo
one and
the
only
Turd.
Friendo the Turd brought back to life and reincarnated using Christmas magic, it seems.
Oh my goodness. This must be some kind of strange anti-Christmas, anti-Wintermas, I should say. We really need to stop saying that other thing. Wintermas, of course, is what we celebrate here. Yes, my goodness me, it's Friendo the Wintermas Turd.
I'm gonna. I see that. Oh, I'll back away again.
I
Of
believe
course,
it
as we
is
all know, is very lethal with those snowballs.
very lethal indeed, and now I believe it is Frendo's turn to try to become unheld.
Absolutely.
To be honest, Flex, I really don't like that elf, and I hope he fails. And he did.
I was
with
glad.
that.
I was glad he was dead, Razor.
Yeah, I'm kind of wondering why Santy Claus is hanging out with this turd. Well, this turd rolled an 8. That is a 7 plus 1 wisdom saving throw. I believe he is still stuck in place. Santa, help me!
Aren't you gonna chase me?
Santy is torn.
Do it, Santa!
Come and play with Santy Claus. It looks like he's gonna try and tag.
Looks like he would have to tag Disgraced.
My boy, my special precious one.
And of course, that is going to be an unnatural 20
Natural 20.
for that pat on the head. And of course, how much damage is that? I do believe it is going to be.
My boy is tough.
Wow!
Oh my goodness, he's gonna have to be to weather that kind of blow. My goodness me, 20 points of damage from Santy.
I am starting to
Oh,
think
wow.
that this Santa Claus is not the right one. Clancy?
Who have you been hiring? Clancy?
Clancy. Well, I believe that is all Santa Claus can do this round.
He has tagged my boy to within an inch of his life. I don't like that at all. That is not the act of a generous,
No.
giving, nice person.
Well.
What's he gonna do now then? Come on, Disgraced. Are you gonna take that sitting down?
Absolutely not.
And with his spear as his vehicle of justice. So he's winding up for an attack there. What poise,
Let's see
what
here.
balance,
I'm going to
what
take-
grace.
I'm going to take a few steps back. And I'm going to toss a spear.
Let's just see how accurate and fabulous it is. I'm sure it will be the blow of the game, no matter what it is.
At least in your eyes, Flex. At least in your eyes.
Absolutely. Apple of my eye.
Oh,
Unfortunately, that doesn't seem like it was quite good enough to do more than tickle the spare tire on Sandy's big old belly.
All right, I'll judge the distance. Toss again.
That second one. Oh my goodness. That hit home resoundingly. A 23 for those without the benefit of our numerical technology. For 13 points of damage.
And then I'll use the quick toss battle master maneuver to throw as a bonus action.
My goodness, that's a lot of tossing.
Flex, you're going to need to get that boy more spears.
Sure am. It was supposed to be in the bag of presents, but Eric set fire to those, so I guess they won't be being received this year. Was that a second attack there? 22?
Yes.
22 will be, of course, another resounding hit from my special boy.
It does look like this is indeed going to. Wow! Is that 20 points of damage right there?
Yes. Let's just give it on back. 20 for
My
20.
eyes deceive me. 20 for 20. That leaves Santy Claus hanging on by a thread. He looks very, very sick indeed.
And at that, it appears that what's happening with the Santa Claus, Flex?
It looks like it. My goodness, he's changing into something hairier, something deadlier, something much, much less present. Is that a Krampus?
That is indeed the one and only Krampus. Now it all makes
Krampus.
sense. Flex. It does
Krampus
indeed
Claus.
appear that Clancy made the mistake and brought in Krampus and Buddy the Turd, Friendo the Turd, pardon me. And
Those are not people I want rewarding my special, special boy.
Now we go to Eric the Magnificent and his magnificent fire elemental.
All right, so the elemental is going to act, and it's going to just try to slam its fiery fist directly into the Krampus Claus. but it rolls a natural 1.
That fire elemental's not off to a great start, Flex.
It has a multi-attack in which it
not.
rolls a 9 the second time.
Flex.
My goodness.
Does
Well,
that
these
one?
those seem that they're going to be good enough.
What the hell? You're supposed to be a good. What the hell are you doing?
We can take this
Idiots.
moment to once again plug Eric the Magnificent's babysitting and wedding DJ and Flex. What else? What else was there, Flex? What else?
I'm not sure, but I'm not sure it's going to matter because if you don't book soon, he might not be able to meet those bookings.
I do caterings too. Don't forget about caterings.
And caterings, of course.
And caterings, of course, he does an excellent rack of ribs.
Oh, and I can do fireworks. Watch this. And I cast fucking fireball on the Krampus
man.
since my fire elemental is immune to it.
What's the radius on fireball? Yeah, I think you could easily...
30 feet.
Oh yeah, you could easily get it where it's
Yeah, I'll position
Not
it to where it
gonna-
only catches the chair on fire out of spite.
yeah, you'll be able to do that. Well, shoot. I guess now I can actually use the dice roller for this thing.
Looks like you little bastards have been proper naughty.
All right, dexterity saving throw.
Rolled one for some reason whenever I use the D&D Beyond 20 roller, or when Clancy does, pardon me, it does 2 GM. However, that was
It is a
19.
19.
And then, of course, I believe good old Friendo the Elf is still paralyzed, if I'm not mistaken.
Auto
Looks
fails.
like it.
So auto fails for him.
So I found out that my elemental is actually only resistant, but so it passes, so it only takes half damage, and then it'll be resistant, so it'll take a quarter damage.
Wait, is this the fire elemental?
No. I just realized my fire elemental was gonna get hit, and I thought it was immune, but it's actually resistant.
Yes, is that just like the regular monster manual fire elemental? Because that says immunity to fire for me.
Really? I was looking it up on the intranets, but okay, cool. I'll go by the DM's ruling. So that's that.
Yeah. 17
Um,
points of fire damage.
That's why you can't trust Wiki. All right. So anyway, so yeah, 8d6.
That's a mighty large fireball there, Flex. And I...
That is a mighty large fireball.
That's a normal size fireball. 27 points of damage.
27 points of damage. Oh my goodness gracious me. That will reduce our dear sweet elf considerably. And I say dear sweet elf, I of course mean Friendo the Turd, who is neither dear nor sweet. Krampus.
And then I'm
with
going
his,
to move.
fantastic
after that
19,
to here.
taking half damage.
I'm gonna like kind of be like taking half cover behind this tree.
And then it does look like, as a legendary action, Krampus will do really the only thing available. Open up his sack and release. Let's see how many.
Krampus's little helpers. 8.
Okay.
Oh
Flex,
my
that's actually going to
gosh.
kind of suck to manage all those.
It sure is.
Well, he lets out 8 icy-looking kobolds from his sack that will act on his next initiative. And
Fuck.
I think I will pull up a
I
kobold
was
swarm
hoping it
stack.
wasn't going to be quite that many.
Me too.
How many of those did I fry earlier?
That is after the fireball. Luckily, otherwise they would all certainly be dead. Okay, that was legendary action. I believe it is Cloud Watcher now.
Yes.
Where- So there's a bunch of kobolds on the field now?
Yes, I am
There's
actually.
about to be.
Yes, I am. Let me put on. I'm gonna put 2 markers, and there will be 2 swarms of kobolds, so that we don't have to track 8.
Okay.
We will
I think
I will make them look like spiders, because that's the first thing I could find. Those are not spiders. That's
For the
just
benefit of our viewing audience, the spiders merely represent swarms of kobolds.
that's the fastest I could find, Flex. I mean Clancy.
Okay. I will, oh, they show up right in front of me. Look at clouds, pretty clouds. Clouds are pretty neat. You should look at pretty clouds and not eat my meat. Oh no. And I will.
Words to live by.
Yeah, I will start banging the drum, and that is my shield. And the cloud formations just start swirling out of it. And I'm casting Hypnotic Pattern. It does break Hold Person because they're both concentration, but it also catches the elf, so he'll be making the save too. So it's a DC 16 Wisdom saving throw.
Fantastic. And that is, sorry, I was looking up some stats. I believe that is everybody who's going to be making a Wisdom saving throw.
It's a 30-foot cube, and I would like to center it so it catches the 4 not nice anti-winter mist people.
This elf cannot catch a break as he rolled a 2 plus a 1.
Right.
I
He
do
is
believe
now charmed.
Krampus will be immune if I'm not mistaken.
He
Is
is
it
immune
charmed?
to being charmed.
Is it
Yep.
charmed?
What kind of save is it for the elemental?
It's not because it's a cube, so I can center
Oh,
it so
gotcha.
it doesn't hit the elemental.
Cool.
Just don't have him move closer.
Okay. One group of kobolds with a -1 wisdom actually rolled a 16, which I'm now realizing is actually a fail, isn't it?
15. Yes, it is.
And the other is a 5. These pretty lights Flex. This is exactly what happened last game, where Cloud Watcher was able to effectively remove a couple of the combatants from the combat. And it looks like
True to his name, he's spent a lifetime watching clouds and has put that knowledge to good use to get truly the most interesting and erotic clouds to fascinate these kobolds.
okay. And
You're still late. I yell at the elf and I start running backwards again.
It's all in the eye of the beholder. Not the literal beholder, we save those for the new year.
And I will also, as I'm running away, you with the spear, you're really awesome. Kick them in their rear, and I'll give you a bardic inspiration die.
All right.
Wordsmith.
That's a D8, and you can use it for attack and damage as well for me.
Oh, fantastic.
Well,
Well,
that's
up next.
Friendo the Turd is
Friendo
just
the Turd.
still watching those clouds. Actually, I don't even think you get to roll again for that one, do you?
I do not
I
believe so.
believe it's
I will
only if you
double
get
check
hit.
Yep, the spell ends if they take any damage or if someone uses an action to shake them out of it.
Holy hell, Flex. Friendo is enjoying the view. It is now Krampus's turn. Krampus, of course. Let us
Looks
see.
like Krampus is gonna try and shake Friendo the Turd out of this.
I think that would be a good...
Wake up, you little bastard. We've got some naughty ones to attend to, haven't we?
Was,
up.
was that an action?
It says to use an action to do it.
Okay. Let me see
He's
because
spending like approximately 6 seconds just shaking and hitting and slapping Friendo the Turd over and over again.
I'm just making
Goodness.
sure here that yes, indeed, I believe. I'm not seeing off the top of my head any other kind of bonus type actions, but there is one last lair action for the round, or legendary action, pardon me. We haven't gotten to lair actions quite yet. And he is going to...
What's he gonna do when they come for you? Or him?
He is going to do a 40-foot leap,
My God,
Through the
that's a
air.
large, large leap.
landing in between Disgraced and Cloud Watcher. And now, up at the top of the initiative
rest.
order, I believe Disgraced
Back
had
up to my boy Disgraced.
above a 20, correct?
Yes, that's right. That's a 21.
Okay, that's important because perhaps some layer actions may be happening on initiative count 20.
My goodness me. You will have to pardon me for just a moment. I must retreat to beat back the demons from my door. I will return shortly.
The elemental goes at initiative count 6, technically.
Oh, so should it have gone right then?
Well, it should go right after or right before Ernest goes. I just didn't want to interrupt him last time.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry about that.
No, you're good. They didn't call it out either, so I just kind of let it go right before my turn.
Go ahead and move that fiery elemental.
Okay. I need permission, unless you need to either give me permission to move it or just move it for me. I'm just going to move it right up into melee range. Yeah. And then it's going to attack. Whoops. I don't know why that didn't work. Let's try it again. 20 for the, for
20
the
is
first
indeed
hit,
going to hit.
and 17 for the second.
Yes. Oh, wait 1 second. That second one will not hit. Krampus is a little sturdier than his Santa form, it appears.
Okay. So one of them hits, so that's going to deal 2. Oh, 2d. Is he still on fire or no?
I do not believe so anymore. Not at the
Okay,
moment.
so it's 2d6 plus 3 fire damage. So 12 fire damage, and then if it is a creature, it ignites. So now he's on fire.
Yes.
And he must use an action to douse himself, or else he will take 1d10 fire damage at the start of every turn.
Fantastic. I will
he must
probably
use his
not
whole
remember
action
that,
to do
so
that.
please remind me.
Okay.
Eric the Magnificent. Now we go up to top of the order with Flex's boy, Disgraced.
All right. I'm going to clip this Krampus in the haunches.
Beautiful use of the language there.
Nip him in the bud, bud.
By the way, Flex, wow, 26 will definitely hit. And Flex,
Absolutely will.
Krampus took 12 points of fire damage while you were away and is currently
Excellent.
on fire.
Krampus, of course, does not enjoy being on fire. A little known fact.
Looks like that was an 8 points of damage.
8 points of additional damage to the Krampus.
All right, really going to have to drive it on in there. Drive it on home.
Keep that spear thrusting.
I've got to.
Wow, 29.
I do also believe, Flex, that last game, or pardon me, last session in the arena, Disgraced also rolled a bunch of 19s so close to critical hits all night.
Absolutely. Obviously, just trying to show off his proficiency without showboating, which, of course, is the mark of a true great.
And that's going to be for 9 additional points of
9
damage.
additional points of damage there to Krampus. Krampus does not look particularly happy about that, but he is still hale and hearty, and waving around his switches, looking particularly pissed off.
I'm coming, Santa. I'm sorry, you're not Santa anymore. I mean,
I ain't Santa, I'm Krampus.
sorry, I'm coming, Krampus. First, before we get down to Eric's turn, yes, jagged ice shards are going to be falling from the ceiling, Flex. Strike
My
up to
favorite
3
kind of ice
creatures.
shards.
That's Krampus can see within 120 feet of him. So I think we'll go ahead and have it for the 3 competitors. Make a DC 14 Dexterity saving throw, please. Well,
We've
that's
got a success from
anticlimactic.
Cloud Watcher.
And it is no half on saves, unfortunately.
So the elemental saves, but I do not. Eric fails.
Okay, so it does look like only Eric is going to be struck by his ice shard, as the other two dodge definitely out of the way. That's going to be 10 points of piercing damage, Eric.
All right. It hits my outer shield and it takes away a little bit of it, but it doesn't quite take away all my temporary HP.
And now that brings us to you.
Eric the Magnificent.
All right. Eric is going to... I'm going to just point at the Krampus and go, let's see how he deals with this, and cast Lightning Bolt.
I don't think Krampus likes lightning bolts either, Flex.
I don't believe he's a huge fan of them, no.
I believe that will be some kind of saving
Dexterity saving throw.
throw. Why is this Krampus so dexterous, Flex?
I assume it's because he spends a lot of time fiddling with the contents of his sack.
And that, of course, is going to be a 19. That was an 11 plus 8. Dexterity saving throw.
Very nimble, very quick. Jumping over a candlestick.
All right, so he passes then in that case, and he only takes half damage.
Which I still believe is quite a lot with that there lightning bolt. I've seen that spell once or twice in my career, Flex, and I can...
And it usually...
So he only takes
my
11.
goodness, that's still not bad considering he passed the saving throw.
And with that, real quick, before we drop down to Cloud Watcher, it looks like Krampus is going to take a legendary action. And it looks like he's going to try to, as he's facing Cloud Watcher, just reach down and take a little nibble. Surely it won't
Nibbly
be...
nibble nib nib nib.
Will a 15 be hitting Cloud Watcher?
It just misses.
Oh, Cloud Watcher is not been touched all night, Flex.
He's
seems-
a wriggly...
Oh, did you?
Yeah, before the combat started.
Oh,
he
yes.
whacked me over the
A
back.
part of me,
That's
yes,
right.
definitely was touched by
He was
the...
subject to some roughhousing by the imposter Santy Claus.
That is true. I forgot about that entire beginning sequence. But now we go back to Cloud Watcher.
Well, since he tried to hit an ally,
That's my boy.
Sentinel's pretty awesome.
That
not
is-
today. Not
well,
today.
still, even today, I mean, I believe you've gotten at least a hit off on using that feat. As Krampus just steps right over your boy's spear, Flex. And now we go to Cloud Watcher.
Must have been a feint. I can't believe he missed on purpose. He must have missed on purpose.
Okay. Here's not what I can do. I will. Fuck.
I'm not sure that's an option.
I would not do that to Krampus. No.
0 out of 10 would not recommend.
Okay, I am going to. Wow, you are big. Exit stage right, and I'm going to cast Dimension Door. And I'm going to go wee, and then go hide behind the.
Looks like
Where'd he go?
he's over here, Santa behind the chair.
He'd be
concealed.
naughty, running away like a naughty little coward. Come
I
here,
am not running away. I am fixing my stage position.
come and take your discipline, you naughty boy.
And then as a bonus action, no, because I think I just moved out of range of that.
Whoops.
Yeah, I should have done that before I left. I didn't. Never mind.
All right.
Well, real
Of course.
quick, before you drop down to, I believe the elf will be next. Krampus will be taking his final legendary action of the round to try to, this time, can only claw at your boy Disgraced for a
Claw,
16
claw,
to hit.
claw.
That will be insufficient.
This Krampus is not very skilled, Flex. I gotta
He
say.
is certainly not very good at clawing things or
Okay.
biting things.
I believe
Well,
it
with
is
that,
now.
It is
Friendo?
it is Friendo the Turd.
Friendo the Turd probably on its last legs at this point. I know Friendo has taken quite a beating. It's going to try to at least get a couple snowballs thrown at, specifically following Cloud Watcher, the one who has had him taken out of the game almost the entire night, is
fair.
going to hurl 2 snowballs, and is going to use, of course, Friendo the Turd's awesome move, Archer's Eye, to, if they hit, we'll be adding 7 points of damage to this. 19 to hit,
That'll hit.
which will be, of course, 19 damage total, counting that Archer's Eye.
I'll take it.
And then right behind it with a second, not as damaging snowball, but still
But
a 24 to
still.
hit for 8,
Yeah, that'll hit.
8 points of bludgeoning damage, that one.
Ow!
A 1-2 hit from Friendo the Turd. My goodness.
I gave you pretty things to look at, and now you're throwing snowballs at me.
I didn't like that at all. Kobolds, of course, are still just looking at those bright, colorful clouds and lights.
Ooh,
So
speaking
I'm-
of,
And
Krampus, of course.
Krampus,
and
of
then,
course, is up next.
yeah, that'll hit.
Krampus, of course, will be going right before the fire elemental that I will try not to forget this time. Krampus, let's see here. How is Krampus feeling at the moment?
Krampus is looking pretty gosh darn good, to be honest with you. He looks strong but wounded, somewhat wounded, but very strong and angry.
Okay, let us see here. It seems that Krampus this time is going to try to sack
On
capture,
fire.
which is a DC 16 Dexterity saving throw on the one and only Disgraced.
All right.
This
You know,
sack
Santa.
looks a lot more sturdy than the last.
D10 fire.
You know, Santa, I gotta say, I don't like the idea of being in your sack. Oh no, I am going to be indomitable.
And yes, I do believe Krampus should be taking some fire damage at the moment, perhaps, because he did not put out that fire.
Yes, he did not put out the fire that he is in fact on.
There we go.
And my goodness, the 23. That is, of course, a hit.
Absolutely not. Get your own balls.
Get out. Oh, come on. Get in my sack. You might like it. Some people like a punishment, you naughty little boy.
And now
Right.
it is Fire
This is-
Elemental.
Fire Elemental.
All right, so the fire elemental is worse than the warlock. It's just going to do the same thing again and again and again. It's just going to punch it one more time. It really just has one attack, so can't blame it too
Yeah.
much.
Punch. Whoa!
Nat 20.
From-
And then I'm just going to roll the second attack because it's easier. 17 to hit. So I'm going to roll a lot of damage.
Yes, remember
Please
to
do.
one max damage die added to that first strike.
Oh, just add a max damage. So 2d6 plus 3 and then add 6.
Yes, please.
All right, so I'll just do 2d6 plus 9. 2d6 plus 9. 19 damage.
19 damage.
And then
My
the second
goodness.
one hits, and it's just a 2d6. Or 2d6 plus 3. 9 more damage. So 28 damage.
Well, Krampus doesn't seem to have liked that at all, Flex.
No, he does not.
I
He is eager to mete out some punishment, as is his wont.
And then I believe that will take us to the top of the initiative order.
It certainly will. Back up to my boy, my special boy, Disgraced Gristle.
All right, I'm going to take 10 feet back, and then I'm going to charge him with the charger feet.
Such nimblosity and cunning, quick thinking. Charging attack, of course, something that you do over distance with a 20 to hit. Yes, that will hit Krampus. Sweaty sack notwithstanding.
I'll go ahead and expend a superiority die, making this a menacing attack. Although he will not be afraid, it will hurt.
It will hurt. That is a fact. But how much will it hurt?
Flex, I'm just thinking out loud here.
15 points of damage.
We were supposed to be getting Christmas presents from Santa ourselves after the event, and now I'm wondering if there's actually any presents at all, Flex.
Well, I claim his head.
You know, that would be a pretty cool Christmas gift. Yes, you are correct.
It would, but I already claimed it, so you'll have to pick something else.
Okay.
All right, and for my second attack,
Let's have it. Fighters, of course, are able to attack multiple times. It is the finest thing about them. They are honest combatants.
A lot of times and for a lot of hits. So that is
A lot of hits, a lot of powerful hits.
all
28.
right.
That will, of course, be a hit
No.
because it's a 28.
Now expend my last superiority die to make this a disarming attack.
Oh, no.
Oh no, he's going to lose his switch that he hasn't actually used all game.
He has not yet used his switch, but he won't be able to either now.
Well, I'd actually like him to lose the bag.
Oh, that would be
wanted to
more
drop
handy.
his sack. That certainly would be something you don't want to be thrown into.
Will he get a chance to hang on to that sack with a strength saving throw or anything of the like?
He will. It will be. He must make a strength saving throw. On a failed save, he drops the object I choose.
I don't think an 11 will quite do it.
I don't think so
No.
either.
All right.
Well, it looks like he has loosened his grip on his pendulous sack. And they're taking it out of the game.
If that is all of the lots and lots of attacks from our fighter
Oh,
friend,
that is it for me.
Well, in that case, I guess we'll be moving on to
real
would be,
quick, initiative count
lair
20.
action?
Yes, lair action. Real quick, Jagged Ice Shard definitely makes the most sense, but it's always kind of boring when we do the same one over and over. But I think at this point, Krampus will take what he can get. He will cause 3 more Jagged Ice Shards to fall from the ceiling. 1 on Eric, 1 on Disgraced, and 1 on Cloud Watcher. Again, that will be a DC 14 Dexterity saving throw. It looks like Cloud Watcher has
Failed.
Eric is like a magnet to these jagged ice shards.
He's cold as ice and willing to sacrifice his love.
Cloud Watcher, of course, is just able to. It's definitely hide underneath that sleigh until they all quit falling. What about Disgraced? Is he going to get hit on this?
Round of jagged icicles.
No.
No,
it's
he
only
is
Eric
not.
again. For 10.
Too nimble, too quick, too slick for that kind of trick.
That will be again 10 piercing damage as we go to Eric.
All right, you're chipping away.
Of your
You're chipping away at that
HP.
shield.
Yes.
Yeah, I only got 7 temp HP left. Okay, I'm going to cast Magic Missile as a 4th level spell.
I think
All
that's
right.
a lot
They
of
just hit.
magic missiles.
That's a lot of missiles.
22 damage. And
22
then
damage.
I will use another one of my sorcery points to make that a twin attack to hit for another 22 damage.
Another 22 damage. Wow, wow, wee wow.
Look at
And
those
then-
fireworks fly, Flex.
I'm going to move behind the tree.
Perhaps back there he won't get hit in the head with any more jagged icicles, Flex.
Well, who can say? Certainly not I. I am not any kind of icicle predictor.
And I only have one sorcery left, so.
Let's see here. While we are starting the new initiative round, it's the fun time for Krampus with 3 more legendary actions. So, cannot sack capture and also cannot conjure any more of these useless ass kobolds. So instead, the only thing
In fairness, they probably wouldn't be useless if they were not distracted by festive and erotic imagery.
That is very true. It seems like maybe, just maybe, Krampus may finally get a bite on Disgraced with a 19 to hit.
No,
Not with the shield.
Oh my
Not-
goodness!
Oh,
You
my
taught your boy
my special boy.
very well, Flex. Very well indeed. Okay.
Sure did.
I believe that
And it
goes.
looks like the cows are coming home to roost.
It does indeed. Krampus and definitely Friendo the Turd are not looking great, and we go over.
Friend of the
Cloud
turd
Watcher.
looks particularly bad.
Yes.
Krampus looks like he's less than half as good as when he originally came to this plane.
So,
What?
yep, Cloud Watcher.
I will kind of dig myself back up from under the sled and just look over at the elf. So that was not nice. I think I'm not a boy. You should take a nap. With the lullaby my mom always taught me. Go to sleep, you bastard! And I start just pounding my drum and yelling at him. I'm casting sleep as at let's do it second level just for kicks.
I
On
believe is that going to
Friendo.
be 68 off the top of my head?
That will be 78.
78.
So that's 5 and 2 more. 32. His HP is currently below 32. He's asleep.
He's a very, very, very sleepy elf. Sleepy turd, the snooziest turd you ever did see, is now taking his place in the arena, turning up the place with his snores.
I really hope they kill him at the end of this, Flex.
Here's hoping he never comes back.
And then for a bonus action, because I think I'm close enough to Krampus for this, 50 feet. Yes. I'll turn to Krampus and say, your friendo is now asleep, and you will be soon, you stupid thing. And I cast Vicious Mockery.
I do believe I will need to make a wisdom saving throw
Yes,
for that.
Wisdom saving throw. DC 16.
Yeah,
It's no call to be rude, mate. That's proper naughty.
that would be a 10.
Okay.
If I drop my sack.
Magic resistance or the...
Oh, it does have. Thank you for that.
does have
It
magic
does
resistance,
have advantage. Yes.
See, I
A
played
Well,
12,
resistance to
much
magic.
better.
Okay. So it then takes 7 points of psychic damage.
Oh,
Has disadvantage on its next attack.
blimey, my mind.
It does look like Krampus is now feeling very bad about himself, Flex.
Oh, maybe I'm the naughty one. Oh,
Maybe.
what have I been doing to all them children?
Let's see. Krampus has, of course, one more legendary attack. Might as well try to claw at Disgraced with disadvantage. I'm sure that's going to go over well, Flex. Well, the first one would have actually hit for the first time all night with a 21. And then a 19. Not too bad, all things considered. But we all know not good enough as it rakes across
No.
Disgrace's shield.
That's my boy.
Well,
My
it is-
special protected boy.
You know, you were doing a lot better when you were Santa.
It actually was. Disgraced has a point, Flex. Santa was doing way more damage than this.
To
Hairy
be fair, they
version.
mostly weren't fighting Santa.
That's true. Well, I believe it goes to the elf's turn, but he is currently snoozing on the battlefield, and the kobolds are currently just looking up at the sky. So it will be Fire Elemental turn, and also a D10 of fire damage. Only 1 point of fire damage from Krampus's burning red cloak.
Still standing, still sizzling.
All
Alrighty.
right. I mean,
I believe
the
they can
fire
just
elemental.
punch.
It's not very creative with the fire elemental, but it's gonna punch again.
Flex.
So
look
it's
how
just staying right. I like how it's not taking any damage or anything. It's just chilling there. I guess it'll move to where it's within melee distance, so that there's not a tiefling in between it and the Krampus. But it will
Probably
attack
tactically sound.
for
That will
19
hit.
damage,
That-
and then the second attack is an 8, so that misses.
That will not.
Look, it's doing different kind of punches now, Flex.
It's
that
really
was an
working on
uppercut.
those 1-2 combinations.
That one looked like a slap if you kind of look at it right.
I mean, that might have been an Uranagi.
Oh, look, it
10
did a
fire damage.
It did a roundhouse kick, Flex.
My goodness gracious me, a spinning back fist.
I didn't even know that thing had legs. 10 points of damage, yes indeed.
Travis surely can't have too much left in the tank.
I
That's it.
don't feel good at all.
If I had to put a numerical value on it, I'd say he probably had about 82 things left in the tank.
Speaking of 82 left in the tank, let's go over to Disgrace and see if he can chip away at that fictional number you threw out.
It's just purely hypothetical.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and stab at possibility then.
Let's do it. Stab it hard. Stab it fine. Stab it well. Not with a 15. We won't be stabbing anything.
All right, guess I glance off of his gnarled hide.
That's right. His gnarled Krampus hide. Whoop. With a 20 right in the baubles.
Let's see how
Of course,
much I
Krampus
know
has
that-
lost his sweaty sack.
We have seen Disgrace, of course, do much more damage than that before in one turn.
6. It all counts. Razor, it all counts.
You still have bardic inspiration?
Oh,
Ooh.
I just heard from behind the chair
That
a
is true.
reminder of Bardic Inspiration that can also be used for damage from this Cloud Watcher.
Sure can. Well remembered. Tactical insights from behind the chair.
It's a D8, correct?
Yes, it is.
Fantastic. That's much better.
That vote of confidence from Cloud Watcher, of course, made him drive that spear in all the 5 points of damage deeper.
Well then.
Are we now going to go down to, let's go ahead and just to move things right along, just go ahead and have those ice shards fall right from the ceiling. All three
Yes,
of
let's not pretend anything else was going to happen.
Yeah. Let's just have all three of our competitors once again just please make a DC 14 Dexterity saving throw.
There's
or
a
take
10 from Cloud Watcher behind the chair.
Cloud Watcher finally losing a little bit of that luck and taking 10 points of damage. Eric,
Killed again.
Eric,
the other
once
side of
again,
the other side of the
completely
tree.
beamed. And my boy, my special boy, my impervious
Or do I get
boy,
partial cover or something?
completely, completely unscathed.
Let's do this.
Perhaps
Let's give you
or
advantage
something.
and say that as a dwarf you are
Natural 20.
that is considerably better. Finally,
As a
Eric
dwarf, I am one with the tree.
ducked under the thick branches of the tree and was able to
A lot of experience of having things dropped on you.
evade the jagged eye shards. And we go over to Eric now.
Do I take damage?
Yes, 10 points of damage to Cloud Watcher.
Is it cold damage?
It is piercing damage.
Darn it. Okay.
Oh dear.
Ow! I am not doing very well at all.
Cloud Watcher, of course, is a Goliath, I believe.
Yes.
Absolutely.
All right.
Particularly resilient against cold. However, not relevant when you're dealing with jagged,
Getting
just wanted
stabbed.
to
sharp,
rub
sharp,
that in.
stabby ice.
Just like sticking out of my shoulder straight up.
I
right
just
now.
wanted to show off the benefit of my experience with Goliaths there, Richard.
All right.
Begging your pardon, Eric the Magnificent.
Eric's going to run forward, and I will use another second level spell to cast Agonizer's Scorcher. So, Dexterity saving throw.
Some more fire coming out of Eric. It's a very fire-heavy night tonight. That would be a
It's been pretty
natural
fiery.
1.
My goodness.
All right, 17 points of fire damage.
My goodness gracious me.
And then I will use my very last sorcery point to use the empowered one, where basically it makes my Agonizer Scorcher into a bonus action. So now we'll use a cantrip and cast Firebolt for my action.
Fire
Alrighty.
left and right, Flex.
Fire everywhere, but not a drop to drink.
That one has a much bigger attack bonus. 25 to
Oh.
hit.
25
My
to hit.
goodness
indeed.
gracious me. Yes.
11 fire damage.
Look at that. That is,
Further 11 fire damage.
max on the damage die and a minimum on the damage die for that. Splitting the difference.
That's for putting me in that bag like 48 seconds ago.
This, of course,
You've been naughty.
Flex. You know what?
Naughty, all of you, so fucking naughty.
Flex, I don't know how we actually get away with this show and get advertisers to pay for promotions on what is effectively usually only about 60 seconds worth of entertainment every game.
Well, what can I say? We've paused time. We have a round system instituted thanks to the dedicated chronomancy staff, which spin out what effectively looks like 60 seconds worth of combat into an hour and a half worth of production.
I love Magic Flex. Speaking of magic, let's go to
I
the
love its
former.
effects. I don't like casting it.
That is true. I thought we were going over to the former wizard, Disgraced. However, I believe I'm wrong, and I think it is now Cloudwatcher's turn.
I believe so, following Eric.
Oh, I kind of peek back over at the giant ice shard sticking out of my shoulder. Again at Disgrace. That was awesome. Keep going. Something rhyming with oing. Ow! And I just kind of so another bardic inspiration die.
Oing.
Why? Thank you.
A bonus action, and then I'm going to duck down behind the chair and just, I am big, I am strong, I am big, I am strong, I am big, I am strong. And as that chanting starts, I will slowly start morphing and growing bigger and bigger and bigger, and then all of a sudden from behind center chair, roar, a big T-Rex comes up.
What the heck?
What?
This is a
This
first
did
for
not-
the Modras Bloodsport Arena. I guess it. T-Rexes
cast
can't
polymorph.
swim, famously, which may have been why it didn't make an appearance during the nautical adventure. Their tiny arms are not good at the breaststroke. But yes, this is a turn up for the Bucks. So first time ever we've had a dinosaur in the arena. This will surely mix things up nicely for the finale.
Yes, Flex, I think things are going to go a lot more poor for Krampus now. Not that things
so
were
I can't
going well before.
Change my side, but I'm huge now. And I will just, roar, and I will start stomping around from behind the chair. I have 50 feet of movement, so if I can get to Krampus, great. If not, as close as I can. And
Probably can.
the kobolds are free now because I broke concentration.
Oh. Well, we got two no longer entranced, eroticized kobold swarms now live in play for the first time since they've been summoned. But that will be something to be resolved later.
I don't know if there's going to be much later after that. Flex, I think that dinosaur, as soon as it gets one bite off, that's going to be a sad night for Krampus.
Krampus is not going to enjoy that at all.
Does that mean that we go to...
It would be the sleeping elf, however, he's sleeping. So it would be Krampus after that, followed by the fire elemental, and then back to the top of the initiative order.
Yes, Krampus will now, seeing this gigantic dinosaur up in his face, will start to panic quite a bit and take
Clever girl.
take 2 claw attacks against that T-Rex. Wow. Okay, now Krampus is rolling hot.
Krampus's claws are ablaze.
Krampus's fiery claws slashing at that dino for a 23 to hit and a 25 for a total of 23 points of damage.
Yeah, both of those will definitely hit.
I don't know that it's doing much damage against that thick dinosaur hide, Flex.
Thick reptilian hide.
23
Is
total?
reptilian.
Yes.
Well,
Yes, sir.
reptilian allies are an ally all the same, so I will take my sentinel attack defending a dinosaur.
Oh, my goodness.
I trained this boy well, and he has exceeded my expectations, especially with that resounding 26 to hit, which does. Skewered for 9 points of damage.
And with that, Flex, I believe it is Fire Elemental. I wonder what Fire Elemental is going to do this time.
I believe he
Perhaps,
punch.
Or
Perhaps
this time he's going for like a super original uppercut.
a one
He's
uppercut.
gonna miss. He's gonna miss though, and then the second time he's gonna miss again. And he's just gonna do this a lot. He's just getting ready for the next round
That
the whole time.
Next round is
Next round is gonna do something
The
different.
wind up.
surely going to be devastating next time. However, this time we go back up to
It's my boy, my only
this
one and only boy.
Christ.
All right.
Kobolds?
Oh, when do the kobolds go in the initiative order there?
Well,
Razor wasn't something I ever had to pull up the stats for.
we will go ahead and have the kobolds start to swarm. We'll have these ones go down towards Eric, and these ones furtively attack the
Nibbling
feet.
around the feet of a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
And that, of course, is going to be for Eric. That will be an 8 to hit, and for the T-Rex, a 19.
19 hits.
And that will
Eight
only be
misses.
for 6 points of damage to the hide of the T-Rex.
6
Barely
points of kobold nibbling damage.
Now we are too disgraced.
all right. Well, with this distracted Krampus, time to give him the tip.
That'll do it. 24 will be sufficient
Of
to
course.
poke him with the tip.
Nah, I'll use a bark die on that.
Oh, fantastic. Cloud Watcher, even as a T-Rex, still inspiring his teammates.
Alrighty. That will be enough.
All right.
Ooh, wow. 23 points of damage. My goodness gracious. Great balls of fire. Although in this case, certainly not balls of fire. It is in fact spears. The most reliable and cheap to produce of all weapons.
Is that all? Does it look like Disgrace is making any more attacks, Flex? Or does
Oh,
that
that's it for me.
appear to be it? Then we will
No,
cut
that
back,
seems to be that's it from my boy.
cut over to Eric, the Magnificent, who has a group of kobolds swarming around him. Not doing a
Oh,
whole
it's-
lot.
3 kobolds right in front of me.
It's technically 4, but it's just kind of all one group.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm just gonna like run back and then fireball them.
That's probably gonna be a bit of overkill for these.
Kobolds roasting on an open fire.
I am resistant to fires. If you want to get Krampus in there, go ahead and get it.
Oh, okay. Well, then, yeah, I'm gonna trick them into thinking I'm, gonna hit the kobolds. So it's gonna go right over their head, right at that Krampus.
This could be the end of the match right here.
I can't speak for the T-Rex because I don't
Me
think I
either,
can speak
but-
either. But I do believe
Arr.
you would be able to get all of them in.
I'm gonna get them all.
That is safe. if
Gotta
you were
catch
to-
them all on fire.
Okay, we've got a couple dex saving throws we need to throw out there real quick. We'll first do the kobolds. One set will succeed. I don't know that it will matter a whole lot. And then
24 points of damage from that fireball.
And then, of course, the Krampus, which I believe will save, but I don't know that it's going to matter, Flex.
It won't. So I think with that, we can say that the field is pretty much immolated by this tremendously large fireball. Krampus looks like he's dropping. Fire blasting flesh from bone. And with that, the animating force for the ice kobold seems to be leaving them. Turd, the friend of the turd, is fast asleep. Nobody else is in combat as we speak, so I guess it's up to Eric the Magnificent, our sponsor for this evening, and completely coincidentally, scorer of the hit of the game, to take Krampus out to describe the action for us.
All right, so that, I just put up my hand, and I'm still mad about him putting me in a bag for no reason. So I shoot this fireball, and it just, and when it clears, the only thing that survived is, well, the tiefling. I mean, like he's resistant, right? Or immune? Is it resistant?
I'm resistant, but I have Shield Master. I'm going to use my reaction to take no damage.
Wow.
All right.
Taught him
That's
well.
my boy,
Also,
my special boy.
I did notice just how dexterous that dinosaur was with a 27 to save. Just kind of stepped right over the brunt of that fireball.
19, but yeah. I rolled the wrong,
Nevertheless,
Oh, I see now.
it doesn't matter.
well, that seems to have pretty much brought our Wintermas special to a conclusion.
Of course, I do want to see blood for Friendo the Turd. I don't want him coming back this
He
time.
is asleep, he is asleep, and he has very few hit points left, and we would like to see him dead or gone forever in the digestive tract. Oh, a coup de grace, and now Friendo the Turd is gone forever within the stomach of a T-Rex.
Flex, what happens to the
Truly, it is
digestive
a
tract
Wintermas miracle.
of a polymorph creature when it reverts back to its original form?
That's something for the apothecaries to wonder about, Razor.
Let's head back to the interview room. Hopefully, Cloud Watcher will eventually show back up. Otherwise, we could maybe continue on with the interview with the T-Rex form. We shall see. How about we start off the night with interviewing your boy?
My boy, Disgraced Gristle.
Disgraced Gristle, was this Christmas special everything you had hoped for?
Absolutely. I got to show off some new moves and put one in there, for my dad. I
Yes.
appreciate him. It's been a great
proud of
year.
you, son.
It's been a great Christmas. And
It sure has.
one day I'm going to figure out how to mage slay to kill my actual father.
He's a bastard.
And Disgraced, while you're not out here fighting Krampuses and getting patted very hard while playing tag with Santy Claus, where can people find you out in the real world?
Disgraced is played by Hollow Invective. You can find him running Forged Ambition, which features Jeremy, Tuesdays at 6 p.m.
And then we go over to, speaking of Jeremy, I don't know who Jeremy is, but I know who Eric is. Eric the Magnificent. Before we go, did we do all of your sponsorship plugs that we were supposed to? Eric, I was very involved in the combat tonight, and we may have missed one or two of your event plugs.
Well, just in case you missed any of them, I'm good with birthday parties, bar mitzvahs, holiday parties, work parties. I stripped once or twice. I make candles on the side. That's a new thing. I do all sorts of catering events. If you don't mind some elementals moving around your yard and cooking things up, that's something you can look forward to. But as you can see, I've today was pretty tough. I almost had to take real damage. I only have 2% of my special shield left here. If it wasn't for my special elemental shields, I might have had to make concentration saving throws, and that would have been bad for my fire elemental. But we're a team. We work together, and we brought the victory home.
And when you're
And
not
with great aplomb.
and when you're not doing those dozens of hobbies slash side projects slash small businesses, where can people find you, Jeremy Fair, out in the real world?
You can find me as one of the two hosts of Dice Talk. I host it along with Gerundu, and that's a conversational it's a conversational tabletop role-playing game podcast where we interview all sorts of content creators and authors and DMs and stuff like that, and then we talk about different topics related to Dungeons and Dragons. So, that's a podcast. They're free. Go check it out. You can also find me on Forged Ambition, as was mentioned by Ernest. And then you can also find me playing Shadow on a Monster of the Week podcast called Roll for Weird. And then, I'm writing D&D campaigns on the DMs Guild. I'm about to start another podcast called Eclipse. So I'm just getting involved with everything.
And that leads us with our last but not least competitor of the evening, Cloud Watcher. Cloud Watcher, again, a lot of tricks up your sleeve tonight. A lot of enemies taken completely out of combat for the majority of the fight.
Mm-hmm.
And Cloud Watcher, I did enjoy your last surprise at the end there.
That was fun. I haven't done that before. I didn't really know if that would work, but it kind of just like I thought it big, and then I was big, and then rawr.
It was truly fabulous, and your mastery of the support class of Bard is truly a sight to behold.
Yeah.
It really is. Also very, very inspirational to your teammates. That helped out tremendously tonight as well. When you're not inspiring and slaying and pretending to be a T-Rex, where can people find you out in the real world?
You can find me. I DM a Twitch stream called Crit Test Dummies, where we run one-shots from DM's Guild, focusing kind of on recent releases as much as we can. We are currently on holiday break at the moment, but our most recent episode will be up on YouTube in the coming days, and we'll be back with live episodes most Sundays starting January 10th.
Fantastic. And Flex Gristle. Flex
Gristle, that's me. Away from the arena, you can find me on Twitter at Gerundu. That's Dirunduu. You can find me also on the Majestic Goose Network, all over the place. I am on Roll for Weird as Silas Lancaster. I'm on Shitty Cowboys, Jambalaya Pendergrass, and also I'm on Dice Talk as Gerundu. That's hello. This is my normal voice. With
in case
with
people
Jeremy.
didn't know, I think
In case we were
sometimes
wondering.
they might not know.
Yeah, this is how I speak normally. And I'm on Dice Talk with Jeremy. And at some point, returning on Monday nights, we'll be live again with Modras Bloodsport Arena once we have some more ideas. And also, probably we're going to come up with some kind of longer event for Modras Mania or something like that. We had something in the pipeline sometime in the new year.
Sunday.
Sunday.
Yes, and
that just leaves my co-host, Razor McGirth.
yes, and I am Adam DeWeese, and like Drendu mentioned, we will be taking next Monday off, and I believe the next one also, which will be the 4th. So I think we'll be back on January 11th. We're going to take a short holiday break on this Twitch channel. So if you're not subscribed on this Twitch channel or following this Twitch channel, go ahead and follow us. We have a ton of really good content, getting to nearly every day a week now. We'll have something on there. And speaking of our Twitch channels, I believe our last stream of the year will be this Wednesday. I will be running some of our patrons through a Christmas-themed one-shot. Still haven't picked out which Christmas-themed one-shot from DM's Guild to run yet.
Which patrons?
Yeah. We've got a few set up. So really, really excited for that. Speaking of, if you want to become a patron, you can head over to, I think it's called bit.ly/halfway to Patreon or patreon.com/one-shot-onslaught. Help keep some shows going. Get some cool bonus content like playing in one-shots with me once a month. And then, go check out all of the other shows on the Majestic Goose Network. The finale to our Christmas one-shot, How the Lich Stole Christmas, is going to go live in like an hour or two on the podcast feed. And then Halfway to Heroes and One Shot Onslaught will both be taking the next episode drops off for the holidays, so I will actually have a little bit of time to just kind of decompress and get things ready for the new year as we come up with some more fun arena encounters, and like Gerundu mentioned, perhaps Modras. I forgot what it's called. Modras Mania.
Modras Mania, the name was kind of picked for us, but I guess we're gonna roll with it because there's too much demand for it to go ahead.
True. And yeah, so just check out majesticgoose.com to find out more about the show. And with that, thank you three so much for joining us. It was a blast as always. Always fun to hang out with you guys and have you guys step into the arena. Love the characters. And good job tonight, too, by the way. You guys destroyed it. Hardly took any damage except for Cloud Watcher.
4. I was at 4.
Jeez. Yeah.
One of these days, we'll get that kill.
But yeah, so Wednesday night, see you all then. And then after that, won't see you guys for a couple weeks on the Twitch channel. But we'll be back.
Yeah, enjoy your time off, everybody that's having any. All the best to everybody, and peace and goodwill and all that good shit.
Yep.
And
Yep. Have fun, everybody. See ya.
bye.